Hi, Troy Rosasco from Turley, Redmond, Rosasco, and Rosasco again. I'm a New York Social Security disability lawyer, and today we're going to talk a little bit about what you have to prove in order to get Social Security disability. Well, essentially, there's a legal term they call substantial gainful employment. You have to prove that you can't do substantial gainful employment. Well, who cares about substantial gainful employment? Bottom line is, you don't understand that term. I didn't understand that term when I first got into this business 20 years ago. Bottom line is, you got to prove you can't do full-time work. That's all. You can't do full-time work. That's what substantial gainful employment is. Now, there are exceptions, there are rules, but let's keep it simple. You can't do full-time work. In addition, you have to prove that your disability is going to last at least 12 consecutive months. Now, why is that important? Well, people call me every day. They've been in a serious auto accident, they've broken multiple bones, they're in the hospital, they're in CAS, and they say, I'd like to apply for Social Security disability, Mr. Rosasco. And I have to ask them, well, how long do you think you're going to be out of work? And they said, well, the doctor hasn't told me yet. And I said, well, what do you think? And they said, well, I guess at least 6 months. And I sit there and I have to say to them, well, if you're only going to be out for 6 months, you may not have a viable Social Security disability claim. In fact, if you're only going to be out 364 days, 1 day shy of 1 year, you don't have a Social Security disability claim. You have to be out for 12 consecutive months, or the other sad requirement is you have to have a condition that is likely to lead to death. So Social Security is not going to hold it against you if you've just been diagnosed with terminal lung cancer. They're not going to sit there and wait for 12 months to pass to give you Social Security disability. Now, there are some exceptions during that 12-month period. Can you work during that 12-month period, even though you require consecutive months? Yes. Guess what that's called? It's called an unsuccessful work attempt, otherwise known as a UWA. Judges love UWAs. Why? You're claiming that you've been disabled for a period of time, okay? You sit there and you say to yourself, you know what? I don't know if I can return to work or not, but I'm going to give it my best shot. I've got a good work ethic. And you go back to work. Unfortunately, 2 months into going back to work, you found you can't do it. Well, when you go in front of a judge and the judge sits there and sees that you tried to go back to work rather than becoming disabled and sitting home and watching Oprah and eating bonbons every day, he's going to give you much more credit than anyone who goes in there and says, well, I got disabled, now I want Social Security disability. Some people think of Social Security disability as a welfare program. Some judges do also. You don't want them to sit there and think that you're lazy. You want them to think that you want to work. And so that's the minimum requirements for Social Security disability. We're going to talk more about the medical requirements in a later video. My name is Troy Rosasco. I'm a New York Social Security disability lawyer. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to call me. 1-877-NYDB-LAW. Thank you.